Welcome back, students, to the next session of The Merchant of Venice. We had seen how Antonio was in depression and Bassanio entered the scene. So we have enter Bassanio, Lorenzo, and Grescenio. These are all Antonio's friends. Celerino, good morning, my good lord. So he wishes him salutation. Bassanio, good signario, both. When shall we laugh? Shall when? You grow exceedingly strange, must it be so? So Bassanio says, good gentlemen, will both of you tell us when we shall laugh? Tell me when. You have become strangers. Is this kind of a behavior necessary to maintain? Celerino, we'll make our leisures to attend on you. So Celerino says, we will speak to you in leisure. That is, when we are free, we'll speak to you at the mutual convenient time. Exit Celerino and Selenio. Lorenzo, my lord Bassanio, since you have found Antonio, we too will leave you, but at dinner time, I pray you have in mind where we must meet. So Lorenzo says, my lord Bassanio, as you have found your true and good friend, it's better that we too shall leave. That is, Lorenzo and Grescenio should leave. But I pray that and remember that we are supposed to meet again during the dinner time. Bassanio, I will not fail. He speaks that I am not going to fail and I will be there on the right moment. Grescenio, you look not well, Signor Antonio. You have too much respect upon the world. They lose it that do buy it with much care. Believe me, you are marvelously changed. Grescenio observes Antonio and he says, you do not look well, Sir Antonio. And in fact, you are too burdened with the worldly matters. It seems that there are a lot of worldly affairs which are affecting you. People lose all which they buy with such care. He says those who spend too much time worrying about worldly matters are never really happy. That is what he means in this paragraph. Because of anxiety and the tension which is there around. Believe me, you are changed in a strange way. So Grescenio has already noticed that change and he says that believe me, you have changed what you were earlier and what you are right now. So here he is basically speaking about the state of mind which is reflecting on the face. Antonio, I hold the world but as the world. Grescenio, a stage where every man must play a part and mine a sad one. So Antonio here says, I take this world as a stage. These lines are picked up from All World's a Stage. And on this very part, each man who has come into this world has to come and play its part. And for me, unfortunately, I am going to play a part of a sad and a mournful human being. Shakespeare wishes to create a sense of foreboding on principle that coming events cast their shadows before. That is, whatever is supposed to happen is reflected beforehand. Grescenio, let me play the fool, and mirth and laughter. Let old wrinkles come, and let my liver rather heat with wine, than my heart cool with mortifying groans. Why should a man whose blood is warm within sit like his grandsire, cut in alabaster, sleep when he wakes, and creep into the jaundice? By being peevish, I tell thee what, Antonio, I love thee, it is my love that speaks. There are a sort of men who visages do cream and mantle like standing pond. So Grescenio here says that let me act like a clown. Let the wrinkles of old age come to me with happiness and laughter, and let my body heat with wine than sighs that cool my determination. He further adds on that why should a man whose blood is warm within, he says, why should a man whose warm blood is in his vein, like replica of his grandfather made out of white marble, why should he be asleep in the waking hours? He should be inactive, and it looks like as if he has caught a jaundice due to ill temper. There's a reference which means here, during an Elizabethan time, there was a belief that wine drinking warmed the liver. It was believed that there were 4 basic types of characters: the choleric, the melancholic, the phlegmatic, and the sanguine. These were the physiologically determined or described by the digestion of the food in the liver. A liver a liver enriched by wine would produce rich blood and thus a lively sanguine personality, that is a lively personality, whereas when we talk about melancholic, it's a sad personality. He further adds on, I love thee and it is my love that speaks. He says, I tell you, Antonio, I love you and it is my love that speaks for you or makes me speak. There are men with there are men with foul covered as stagnant pools. That is, there are people, those who are covered with dark and it's a stagnant like pool in which you have dirt, covered as a stagnant pool is covered with slime and other things. He further adds on, and do a willful stillness entertain, with purpose to be dressed in an opinion of wisdom, gravity, profound conceit, and who should say, I am Sir Oracle, and when I open my lips, let no dog bark. O my Antonio, I do know of these, and therefore only are reputed wise, for saying nothing when I am very sure, if they should speak, would almost damn those ears, which hearing them would call their brothers fool. I tell thee more of this another time, but fish not with this melancholic bait, for this fool gudge on his opinion. Come on, good Lorenzo, fare you well while, and I'll end my exhortation after dinner. So he continues and he says that do cream and mantle like a standing pond. That is, there are people or men who are covered as stagnant pools, is covered with slime and other things. That is, people are covered with various masks. Such men remain silent in order to have reputation for wisdom. That is, these kind of men, they try to be silent and they want to show themselves as wise. They want to show themselves in profound thought, and it is as if they are saying, I am the fountain of wisdom, and when I speak like others, be silent. Then he continues, O Antonio, I know that these kind of men, they acquire a reputation of wisdom by merely keeping quiet, when I am certain that if they speak, these kind of people, you will hear them would curse their ears for the sin of calling their brothers fool. That is, they will use foul languages for others. He continues and he says, I'll tell you more on another occasion, but do not fish for popularity with such a sad bait, sad bait. Come, good Lorenzo, farewell for the time being, and I shall end my advice after dinner, and I'll end my saying after the dinner. There is a phrase here that is do mental, that is stand like a scum that forms on the surface of still water in a pool, which is referring to the white cream on the top of the milk. Then you have another reference which speaks about then you have another reference that speaks about your Willful stillness entertain, that whose faces are overcast with set of pale expressions, as unchanging as the surface of pool of standing water. Here, Sir Oracle stands for the authority of Greek oracle. The oracle was believed to be the voice of God uttered through the mouth of the priests. So that is what is the reference here. Lorenzo speaks, well, we will leave you then till dinner time. I must be one of these same dumb wise men, for Grescenio never lets me speak. So Lorenzo speaks about that we shall take your leave and we'll meet during the dinner time. And I think he speaks about that I am one of those dumb men whom Grescenio never allows to speak. Grescenio, well, keep me company, but 2 years more. Thou shalt not know the sound of thine own tongue. So he says, well, only give me company for 2 more years and you will not recognize the sound of your own voice. Antonio, farewell, I'll grow a talker for this gear. He says, fare you well, and I shall start talking after this advice which was given by you. Grescenio, thanks, I wait for silence in only commendable in a neat's tongue dried. So Grescenio says, thanks indeed, for silence is praiseworthy only if an oxen's tongue which is dry, or a girl who is not worthy of marriage. That's what he speaks about here. Grescenio and Lorenzo, they leave. Antonio, is that anything now? Antonio speaks that, do you know what he said? Bassanio, Grescenio speaks an infinite deal of nothing, more than any man in all Venice. His reasons are as 2 grains of wheat hid in 2 bushels of chaff. You shall seek all day, ere you find them, and when you have them, they are not worth the search. So Bassanio here speaks that Grescenio speaks mostly irrelevant talks. There are senseless talks, and what he speaks things than any other man in the Venice. That is, his words are irrelevant, and his reasoning is like 2 grains of good sense hidden into bushel husks. So here he speaks that his good sense is hidden inside, and you may search all day to find them. When you do, you discover that they were not worth the search, and even if you keep on searching for them whole day, you will not be able to find it. Antonio, well, tell me now, what lady is the same to whom you swore a secret pilgrimage that you today promised to tell me? So Antonio comes to the point with Bassanio, and he speaks, well, now let me know, who is the lady to whom you swore to reach on a secret pilgrimage, and you promised to tell me about it today, and you promised that you will be speaking about it today. Bassanio, it is not unknown to you, Antonio. He says, you know very well know it, Antonio. I have never hidden things from you. How much I have disabled mine estate by something showing a more swelling port. So he says, I have exhausted all my estate, all my treasure, all my money, revealing a high standard that my modest income will allow me to maintain. Then my faint means would grant continuance. That is, I do not feel sad to lose this grand style of living, nor do I now make a moan to be abridged. That is, nor do I even regret that. But my main desire is to repay the debts which my extravagance landed me into. That is, my main point is to repay back all the money which I have borrowed, and my extravagance has landed me into this trouble. From such a noble rate, but my chief care is to come fairly off from the great debts, wherein my time, something too prodigal, had left me gained. To you, Antonio, I owe the most in money and in love, and from your love I have a warranty to unburden all my plots and purposes. how to get clear of all debts I owe. So he continues and he says that I owe most of the money to you, Antonio, both in money and love. Your love gives me enough assurance to tell all my plans to you, by which I intend to clear all the debts that I owe to you. Uh, Antonio, I pray you, good Bassanio, let me know it, and if it stand as you yourself still do, within the eye of honor be assured. My person, my extremest means lie all unlocked to your occasions. So Antonio says, tell me all, good Bassanio, if your plan is as honorable as you are, and you are as honest in your thoughts and deeds, then my money, my body, my all the belongings, all the utmost resources are available for your use. With this, we come end to today's session. We'll continue the next session in the next class. Please keep answering your workbooks and keep checking your question answers which are there, and keep doing them. Thank you. Stay home. Stay safe.